Hello friends, let us try to install MySQL server on Amazon Web Services. So Amazon Cloud can host three different types of databases. Three relational databases which are MySQL, Postgres, and SQL Server. So let us get started. We will try to install MySQL on Amazon Cloud, right? So let us go there in RDS category. We will go look for a database. There is nothing installed at this time. So there is no database at this time. So we will go to database tab. And from here we will create database. So standard creator, it is a little too extensive in just in case we are just trying to get a flavor of the database first time. I would go with the easy create, and then I will select MySQL. Then MySQL community I will, rather than free tier. I tried a couple of times. Free tier has some kind of glitches, or maybe something else, right? But I would stay with the dev environment, and master user pass username I would leave it like whatever is the default one is giving me is fine. I would just set the password myself, and then confirm the password, and then I will go with the everything else, whatever is default, right? I won't change much at this time because we are just creating it, and then we will see how it goes, how to connect, and if there is any problem coming on the way of connection, then we will try to resolve it. So create a database. It is little lengthy process. I noticed that Amazon Cloud is taking a little more than other cloud lines. The super fast is the Google Cloud, and I would say even Azure is also slow in this matter, right? Probably because they are managing more things than this cloud, but let us see how it goes, right? But first of all, let us give it some time so you guys can note down. I will just pause the video for this time until it gets started. But this is a very good database to get hands on and get started on the things, right, for the development purpose, right? Also, this is equally good for when you want to practice some kind of database administration skills. So basically, let me pause the video for the time being so that we can save some time here, and if there's something pops up, I will come back and I will let you know, right? So guys, the database has been created already, really quick. So let us check the database detail. And actually it is also, you see on the green band on the top, we have view connection details. So we will try to connect with this details, right? Put it in a text file, and we will try to do this one. If that connects, and then next task will be to dispose of. We will dispose of this one, as we are done with our task, right? I'm saving this information here, master, username, admin, and password, and password is given back, and endpoint is this is host name. Master password, why would say master password is password? Master username is username. Yeah, okay, well, let me get to the another workstation that we can try to connect to. And for that one, I will go to, you guys should be able to see this screen as well. I will try to jump to one of the server where we can, try to connect. So MySQL. So let me compose the command first. In the, see how we do it, like, what, I will try to compose the command here. MySQL -h is host name. I would say give it copy paste, right? And before that, I guess we can give it before u is the well, usually I used to give it at the end. Let us try that way first, and then we will see if that also works. I would say username is admin, and then -P is for advising MySQL client to ask the password on the fly. So let me go to the client, and well, I can try this way. Well, -P requires an argument. Why? Oh, -u is admin, and -P requires MySQL option -P requires an argument. This is strange. What I used to do, -P. See, -P used to do that one before. U is my admin, and -P is requires an argument. MySQL -h, and see MySQL -h, then host name, and then -u admin, which is admin user ID, and then -P. So not very good thing. MySQL MySQL. Let me type MySQL, and then database 1 up to com, right? See, this is a -h for host name, and then -u admin. So it gave us admin. So it gave us admin as username. Password is this one. Password comes later, right? So admin, and then minus is P capital, I'm sure. Okay, let us type pinging this DNS name. Ping. Oh, I'm getting this IP. That's fine. We can take this IP and try to do this one more time. MySQL minus h host name, and then my IP, and then minus u. Is that u capital or lowercase? That u is lowercase. Oh, minus p is lowercase. Why? Was that minus p lowercase? I believe so. Admin, and then let us put minus p small. Good, that works. So I will give the password. So it is not going through. So means that there should be something on our Amazon side. Let us try to resolve the issue. That should be actually allowed to get into up to the server, right? So if we go to database details, we find VPC, and from VPC we have security groups. So this security group has some inbound rules. So all traffic, all inbound rules is all traffic protocol, all is coming in everything. So if it's coming everything, then outside it is going all destination, outside, inside, all range, all protocol traffic. Let us try. When I did last time, so this is source information. I would add a new rule, add rule, all traffic. Instead of all traffic, I would mention here MySQL port, source from anywhere, and port range info, port range. So it's in inbound rules, and from anywhere, save the rules, right? So let us see, why did not that one work, but why did not all traffic did work? It should source. Oh, that is getting from this security, but this one is getting from everywhere. So let us try this time. I hope it should work. So this way, and then password. No, it's not going through. We have to troubleshoot why it is not going through. It's not allowing this. So friend, it turned out that when we created the database, we forgot to enable public access on that easy create screen. So what happens is when Amazon creates a link to the database, for example, let me show you the link that was given. So the link was given as this one, right? So this one was given as a host name, so that we can connect using this one with the same syntax below, like this one, right? But what happens is when we don't enable public access from Amazon console, then it gives some kind of private IP. This yields in some kind of private IP that will not be accessible even though you add any incoming rule or whatever. So basically I went there and turned on public access, and that is the one that was causing the connection not being completed, right? So I can show you that here is the database and here is the database detail. Now it is telling us it is accessible, publicly accessible, right? If this is no, then it will not connect whatever you do. Point is that direct IP is not shown anywhere, but you can get that IP if you want to have that IP. Then you can ping to that IP and it will give you the address. But that resolves in a private IP if you have no here. So this is the issue that was coming in on the way, right? So then we resolved it by discovering out the which parameter was missing. So that parameter was like that. So if you need to change that parameter back, you need to go to modify the database details, and here when you go here, availability and durability, right? So from here, connectivity, look at connectivity. It's not showing because it's quick screen, it is easy screen, right? So when you come to here, this point, additional information under connectivity, title, then publicly accessible and not publicly accessible. This plays little trick, right, to keep the databases more secure. I'm not going to make any change right now. I'm canceling it. But if you want to, make it hidden from on premises, then you can make it publicly no. In that situation, you have some other setup from the networking that your machines or your other infrastructure is on the cloud, so then it is very useful. So after completing this session, I will show you that how we connect it. Same thing that I was doing here. So this is the one that command I will be using, but I have allowed only one IP while testing. I have allowed only one IP, and I would say, let me go to the MySQL. MySQL is not on the path, right? So I will say cd to program files and program files. So program file, where is program file? Okay, well, PR program files, and there is MySQL, and then again MySQL. I think it should be having bin. Okay, so in this one I will paste the command, same command that we were using before. So I enter the password and it should connect to the database. Database is connectable. You can check it, show databases. So with the 4 databases right now, you can create one database, create a database, test. Okay, so it will create the database, and then I will go for create table demo, just demo column kind of ID of int for the simplicity, just for testing. Oh, database selected. So first you need to, even after you create a database, it's not using by itself. So use test, and then you are going to create a table, and then insert into demo values 11 semicolon, and then values develop again semicolon, and then select star from demo. So this SQL statement is terminated, and you see the 2 rows are there, right? So this is pretty straightforward. One thing I am a bit happy, even though it took a little longer time for me to discover the issue, because I was wrapping in an envelope. This is what happens most of the times when you are trying to take a shortcut, then you forget something, right? But I was assuming that it might have public access. I was definitely assuming, I had in my mind, but I was definitely assuming that when we are creating as a dev, it should be available to everybody, but it is not, right? So that is the case. That is actually plus point, I would say. But let us keep in mind, and you know, like all these things with networking, there is so much frustration with the people, right? Different people, and when we try to find it out, that turns out to be a stupid silly thing, right? So let us continue like that, and please subscribe and share and like, and you know, comment, please. Your comments are more valuable than any other thing, right? So if you give us comments, we can improve our way of compiling things, compiling the fact, compiling the video matter, right? So that is what we are depending upon you. But by before you go, let me show you how we dispose of this one, right? So the simple thing is here that from the you might be, even I was also anticipating I will go and delete, right? And then I do not need any snapshot. I do not want to retain anything, but I still acknowledge that, okay? But I would even say delete me. Conform as typing. Now make sure here it is, look at the text here, right? It is saying type delete me, delete me, right? So with this one, you delete me, protection was not enabled. So if the data protection is enabled, then this will not delete. Now it has deleted and our video comes to an end. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for being patient with me, and please expect more of them. We will cover all the databases, we will cover all the hurdles, but we will continue to cover more and more until you keep commenting, until you keep giving us feedback. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye for now. Hello friends, today we will be creating PostgreSQL on Amazon server, Amazon Cloud, AWS. So let us get started. Here I have my RDS management portal open on Amazon Cloud. So let us get started. We are going to create a database, and from database in the easy create mode, we can go to PostgreSQL. While few things may be covered, but few things may be under the cover, but we will go from here right now and Postgres, and we will give our own password. So I am typing my password right now and confirming the password. This is going to be pretty much same on all the databases, because we are covering 3 databases. We are doing 3 databases so that we can have enough practice, right? So we have done first of all MySQL. Now we are doing Postgres, and then I will cover SQL Server as well, right? So we will see what we can do here. Okay, actually we don't have to worry too much, because if there is any setting that is not fitting us, right, especially for I would say the one that is for public access, if that is not fitting us, our needs, right, work delete protection is yes, so we will have to remove delete protection as well. So let us move to standard, and then we will see how it makes much difference, right? So this one is fine, up to here is good, but the production is not good, so we are going to dev, right? And here we are using single database, that is fine, and Postgres and Postgres user ID is fine, and the password is given, it keeps same thing, right? Then is standard database, that is also good. Storage is 200 is not too much, like I will leave it to 20, right? We're not going to use that one anyways, right? So we are going to for connectivity, that is fine, and everything looks good. Public access has to be given, and then default VPC is fine for me. I would say availability zone info, let us give it little bit like this, you know. Okay, that's fine, as long it takes, right? Additional information, I will password authentication is fine, but monitoring is not required. I don't need it. And what else? Let me try to find out where was the protection. Protection can be removed easily. So then storage auto scaling, we don't need it. Remove it. Storage auto scaling, connectivity is fine, and then yeah, well, pretty much. Let us create a database. See if it is not rejecting any of the setting. I will take some time here so that I will spend some time here on the screen so that it doesn't, throw out our settings, right? So basically, it is not that hard like before the cloud things, right? It was. It is now much more streamlined, and moreover through the command line, and I would say that scripting, it has been made very seamless, very quick, and very immediately you can prepare everything right quickly. Amazon and Google Cloud, they are very sturdy, very stable, right? Because it looks like that they might be doing all these things on their console. Well, even the programmers who are programming, they might be doing everything through their APIs and all those things. Because my notice is, the way I noticed is like Azure functions are sometimes giving you trouble, and their trouble may be because of the volume. I'm not very sure, but there are some kind of delays. In Amazon also there are some delays, but Google is, oh my God, Google is blazing fast. And Google Cloud has functioned little bit away from the line, but that works very well. I mean that there is nothing from the performance point of view. Only thing is that one has to learn a little bit more to utilize everything that they are providing. I hope that this will still be good for all of our scholars. They are very intelligent. They can dig deeper and they can utilize better potential, right? So yeah, well, let me pause a little bit, and then I will wake you up when I find the completion of this deployment quickly. I will be back. So friends, database Postgres database has been already created, and unfortunately the screen that was there, it was thrown out by Amazon for login again. So I logged in back, but what I found is the database is in good condition. There is nothing wrong with it. But let us test. Before we do the test, let me check if this database has is available for publicly. Yes, it is available for publicly, for public and public address, right? So let us check the let us check the security group, right? Which security group, and from there we will find inbound rules. Inbound rules, we have 22 available. We have 56, and we have this one is also available, right? So these are the one that we have available from our what we call is from our client stations, right? So this is our client station address available on right hand side in the bottom. So this was entered manually before, and this is the way it is run. So let us try to test it from the remote site or remote client. I'm going to open the remote jump box. Okay, so we are on Postgres now. Let us see. We have a SQL available. Yes, so we have PSQL available, and we have information available to test from. The information wise, Postgres is the user, and this is the password, and this one is right now is our endpoint. So let me follow the same syntax that we used for testing before. So Postgres user is same, right? So I have to fill in the endpoint only, right? So let us do this way. For the Postgres, password is the same as before. Good, we are in. So it is connected, and that means the database is fine. So let us get the list of the databases is there, like create database, create database test, and connect to the database with the test. You are now connected to test, right? Yeah. Then create table demo with the ID integer, and then insert into demo values, whatever the values, 1 2 3, same thing like 4 5 6, and select star from demo. So 2 rows, right? We are good. So connection, the database is connectable from outside, and all those options that we used for from on Amazon console, they work very well. Let us try to dispose of the database from the console, because yeah, we need to delete it. Sometimes there is a protection and there is some issue, but let us do it right now. This let me put the client away, and then we are on our screen. We are on Azure screen. No, we are not going to work on Azure. We are going to work on yeah, on Amazon. So Amazon screen is this one. So this is the one we are working on. So let us go up and check the database, how we delete it. Instances are there, like let us go to which is the best way to go quickly to databases. I believe security groups are there, and then is dashboard is there. From dashboard we can go to, let me put it RDS. So from RDS we can go to databases, databases. So this database we need to drop it now. So let us see how it goes. Delete. I will not need any snapshot. I will not retain anything. I will acknowledge that I want to delete the database. DELETE, delete me. Delete me, right? Yes, delete. Let us see. Yeah, it's deleting now. So that is all about it. And you create any database, whatever you create any database through RDS, it takes care. It encapsulates in the same way. Syntax might depend a little bit on their end client, but normally from the networking perspective, Amazon takes care of all the nitty-gritties, you know. So let us conclude this here, and please subscribe, like, and share the video, and also do comment. Let us know how we are doing and how we should be doing. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye now. Hello friends, we are going to create a database on Amazon Cloud. This is the SQL Server Express version. Let us get started. First of all, we will go to create database. This comes under RDS relational data services. So this one I will go under I will prefer to go under the standard create, and we'll select SQL Server. So SQL Server, and from SQL Server we will go to SQL Server Express Edition, and you can take any SQL Server 19 or whatever, right? So I believe anything is good for us, right? No problem. So we will name this one as SQL-1. Admin username, whatever you like. You can change it, but admin is not bad, right? ADMIN should be fine. I will give the password, and then from there we will go to, well, that is bustable classes. Not sure what it means actually, but let it be like that. 20 GB is good because we are not bringing much any data here, right? So here in this one we are having the VPC already available. After database is created, you can't change the VPC. Public access is required so that we can test it from outside. If you're not testing from outside, you can leave this, right? So then it will be using the local access type. So we will be using the security group, which is actually firewall new name. So then default one is being used, security group, and I would say, I will mention it rather than, later. So security authority, whatever, additional information, what is that? Nothing much, only the port number is fine. Enable SQLs, no, that we don't need. Enable SQL Server Windows authentication, I don't need that one. Monitoring, we don't need monitoring anyways, right? We are not going to have some kind of additional configuration. We should be database options, I don't care. Backup, I don't need. And then no preference for this maintenance thing. Deletion protection, we don't need. We need to create the database now. So it will take some time. Meanwhile, I would return back with the once this is completed. So this is going to take about, I believe it will take about 10 minutes, right? So I will be pausing the video and then we'll be back with you soon. Thank you for staying with us. So friends, the database has been created. So let us have a look at it. This database has everything looks just normal, but let me make sure first that it has the default route access to inbound. I'm checking security rules. So inbound rules are So we have this security group name. Default security group has access to MS SQL as well. So we have installed MS SQL anyways, right? So MS SQL port, everything is good, seems good, but let me get the information, and I will bring the client machine. Look at this machine is a SQL Windows machine. CMD should have SQL CMD. SQL CMD, yes, it has, right? So it needs a proper syntax to pass through the filters. So it needs server name, and then admin is the, I think, is super user. Admin is the, I would say, let me go back and check databases site. This information, where is the endpoint? There is the endpoint here. I need that endpoint, and then admin port number I already remember, right? So let me try to add here. So this is our server name, and the username is minus capital U, that is admin, and the password is I remember that I added there, right? So yeah, we are connected. So it means that there are, as I mentioned before, we have two things to take care. One thing is that we provide proper information about our client. Client is connecting from outside, and these connections are very much picky. You cannot open too many. If you open too many, that is not a good practice. Too many ports or too many IPs, right? So basically, I have just given one IP with the port name, port 1433 for SQL Server SQL CMD client. So that is what I gave it, and then I can show you. Select name from sys.databases. So I am checking the databases, how many databases are on this one. Actually, we don't need to do this one. This test has been done a couple of times already. So basically, ports are open, connection is established, and everything looks good. So I will quit this one here, and I request you guys to just give us some feedback. What kind of information you need more than that? This is just a teaser. I would say this is just startup. We are getting things together for you. We will provide you top level information, technical information, technical know-how. If people need, I mean the scholars need our help, they need our help, then we will definitely provide it. Thank you very much for your time, and this is the way the cloud is providing everything encapsulated into one package. So we will try to provide more things for you. Please let us know what we need to produce for future practice. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye now.